That's the thumbnail. Hello, welcome. We're gonna get started with our yoga set in a couple moments. Wherever you're at, grab a mat if you have one, or just a nice comfortable place to sit on your seat. And then maybe a couple of blocks if you have them, or some towels for support. Otto's out here in the yoga casita tonight. We've got some new stuff going on. We've got lights. Tonight they're on a pastel rotation. So the lights will be changing color for fun, because why not? I'm gonna set myself a little more towards the middle of the room. Set a little more space. And choose some nice relaxing music. I've shared a playlist link that you're welcome to use if you'd like. Or you can choose your own music, of course. Just gonna check and make sure the live stream looks like it's working. Everything looks good. Hey Otto, are you ready to do some yoga? Why don't you come sit here next to me? Otto is enjoying the yoga swing out here. Oh yeah? All right, I'm gonna get my music started. We'll go ahead and start in a nice easy pose, legs crossed. Maybe sit on the edge of a block or the edge of a towel. Sit up tall, relax against an imaginary wall. Shoulders relaxed. Palms can be face down or face up over the edge of your knees. Close your eyes and start to breathe primarily through your nose. Nice, slow breaths, filling up your lungs and your belly on your inhale. Maybe take 5 or 7 counts to inhale. And then just to slowly start to exhale, get all the air out of your lungs and out of your belly. And as you breathe, start to relax. This is a gentle class, but it's a Vinyasa flow, so there is some flow, but it is fairly deliberate, fairly easy on the spectrum of yoga postures. Doesn't mean it will be easy for you, but as a reminder, yoga is a practice for you. Do what feels right for you. If something is too easy and you want a little bit more, go for it. If you don't know what I'm talking about or it's too difficult, just back off and do what's right for you and what you can handle in your practice. And just remember to have fun and show kindness towards yourself. Don't judge yourself or feel bad if you can't do something. Just do your best. Yoga is the combination of breath, mind, and body, among other things, but we'll keep it simple. We start with our breath, like we're doing right now, breathing through the nose. Nice, cleansing, purifying breaths. Then we let our mind focus on the task at hand, whether that's our breath or whether that is a particular posture or setting an intention for our practice tonight, but just focusing on that moment. And then your body does the best it can. If you can't do something, it doesn't matter. You just do your best, but in your mind, you're perfect. In your mind, you're exactly where you need to be, and that's all that matters. And over time, your practice will improve, and it'll often happen without realizing it. And it doesn't matter. It's just about the experience and about doing what you can, maybe challenging yourself, maybe not. If at any point something is too much, you could always just surrender into child's pose, or you could surrender into Shavasana if you need to. Sit up tall. No, stay seated, but straighten your back. Sit tall. And then put your hands like this on your knees. And then close your eyes and you start to breathe through your nose. All right, go ahead and open your eyes. Inhale your arms up overhead and exhale your hands down towards the earth. And continue this a few more times with your own breath, nice and slow and deliberate. I like to always start my classes with a nice spine opening sequence, opening up all the little muscles around the spine. Inhale up overhead again. Interlace your fingers and bring your palms face up. And then exhale, bring your right hand beside you and lean to your right, looking towards your right hand, forward or under your left arm. Inhale, slowly rise up, interlace your fingers again, palms face up, stretch up nice and tall, maybe look up at your hands this time. And then exhale your left hand to your left side, and then look again down at your hand, forward or under your left arm. Sorry, your right arm. I do things backwards to you, and sometimes I forget that. Inhale, slowly rise up. Interlace the fingers again, palms face up. And again, lean to the right. This time look somewhere different. Maybe look down or maybe look forward if you were looking up last time. Maybe lean a little bit more to the side. Inhale, slowly rise up, interlace the fingers, palms face up. And exhale, release the grip and lean to the left. With each exhale, just try and lean a little bit more to the side, keeping your seat planted. Inhale, slowly rise up. If you have a block under you, maybe release it. Inhale your arms up overhead, and this time take a twist to the right. Right hand behind you, left hand outside your quad. And then slowly twist from your belly and look back. And keeping the twist in your body, turn just your head forward and look over your left shoulder. Or release the twist in your body. Change the cross in your legs if you'd like. Inhale your arms up overhead. And exhale, twist to your left. Again, sitting upright, twisting from your belly, from your core. Okay, keeping the twist in your body. Slowly turn just your head forward and look over your left shoulder. And exhale, release. Bring your hands to your knees and start to shrug your shoulders up and back. And then rotate directions. And then inhale, look down at your right shoulder and slowly rotate your head down through the center and exhale over to the left. And just nice and slowly and deliberately continue to rotate your neck, pausing anywhere where you feel tightness or discomfort, and just breathe into that spot in your neck and your shoulders, and then continue to rotate a few times. Again, go nice and slow, really opening up that neck and everything connected to it. And after a few revolutions, pause and then switch directions. Continuing to breathe, keeping those shoulders relaxed. Return to neutral. Bring your hands to your shins. We're going to do a seated cat-cow. And in our cat-cows, we start at the bottom of our spine and work our way up to the top of our spine, and then eventually the head comes along for the ride. You're not actively swinging your head in a cat-cow. So we're going to inhale, bring our belly forward, chest forward, shoulders back, head looks forward, and exhale. We start to round, starting at the bottom and working our way up, and eventually our head looks down. Inhale, start from the bottom, belly, chest forward, shoulders back, head looking forward. Exhale, round. Do this a few more times with your own breath, nice and slow and deliberately. Continue breathing. Return to neutral and just place your hands on your knees and just start to rotate on your seat in a circle. And maybe you lean further back and further to the side and further forward. And then return to neutral and switch directions, just rotating. Return to neutral. Interlace your fingers, palms face out, and then we're doing that same cat-cow, but now our arms are moving. So inhale, straighten your spine and arms up, hands up overhead. Exhale, round the spine, head looks down, hands forward, arms parallel to the earth. Inhale up, exhale, round. Inhale up, and exhale, round. Do a couple more with your own breath. Return to neutral, maybe change the cross of your legs back to your original position if that feels more comfortable. Now we're gonna interlace our fingers for a teeter-totter. One hand faces you, one hand faces away from you, a nice strong grip in your hands. And you're just gonna be moving your elbows and arms. Inhale one side up, the other side down. Exhale, deliberate return to neutral and stop. And then inhale up the other side. Exhale, neutral. Inhale up, exhale, neutral. And this is a nice way to open up the neck, the hands, the wrists, the biceps, shoulders. And generally, the tighter the grip, the more you might feel it in the neck. So modulate that based on how much intensity you need in your neck. Once more on each side, and relax. Just bring your hands and just start to rotate with fists, your wrists, and your hands are in fists, so then rotate the opposite direction. And then we're going to bring the arms up and stretch the hands out as big, as wide as they can, and then exhale, bring your elbows beside you and make fists with your hands. Inhale, hands up and open. Exhale, fists to your side. Inhale up. Exhale, down. Just a few more times with your own breath, nice and deliberate, and really focus on expanding those hands as wide as they go, and then making really strong, tight fists when you come down. And go ahead and relax. And bring your hands together, palms face down, interlacing your fingers, and just kind of wiggle your arms forward and backwards and around, and just kind of open up the wrists and shoulders, and maybe they come up overhead, and maybe swim off to the sides. And return to neutral. And straighten your legs. Keep your knees bent. Inhale your arms up overhead, and exhale, fold forward, palms face up. Maybe your forearms reach the earth, maybe your hands come under your calves, maybe they don't. Maybe with each exhale, you slowly surrender your forehead closer to your knees. Inhale, slowly rise up. We're going to do a gentler pointing and flexing. So keeping our legs on the earth, you're welcome to lift your foot up and over a couple of inches if you'd like, but you can just keep them planted because this is a gentle class. And just start to point and flex the right foot. Staying seated tall. And then hold the point and then start to rotate in one direction, nice and slow and deliberately. And then point, and then rotate slowly in circles in the opposite direction. Go ahead and return to neutral. Relax the pointing. Start to massage your quads, the outsides of your legs, maybe your calves a little bit. And then we're into the left side. So engage your quad and start to point and flex from your toes. Continuing to breathe. Stay tall with your seat. And then hold the point for a breath, and then start to rotate in one direction. And then hold the point, and then take circles with your ankles and feet in the opposite direction. You're just moving your ankle and your foot, not your leg. Go and relax, and start to massage out that leg, and maybe the other one a little bit too. Bring the soles of your feet together for butterfly. The closer they are, the more challenging it might be. So if you have your soles of your feet pretty far away, that might feel easier. Or if you want to bring them nice and close, that might give you a bit more of a challenge you need. And inhale, sit up tall, maybe using your elbows to push your knees down a little bit. And then exhale, just fold forward as much as you can. Without causing yourself any pain. Maybe a little discomfort, but not too much. Inhale, slowly rise up. Bring your knees to one side and walk yourself onto hands and knees. And come through a cat-cow sequence. Just plant your hands shoulder width apart, fingers spread wide, pointer or middle finger facing forward. Create as little space between the earth and your hands as possible. This will help reduce any wrist strain you might feel. Elbows are always slightly bent even when your arms are straight. That way you're not hyperextending. Engage your triceps, engage your outer two fingers, your knuckles, your finger mounds, and those will all help take pressure off your wrists. If you're ever feeling too much in your wrists, just back off a little bit and make sure you've got good alignment. Your knees are hip width apart, underneath your hips or directly behind your hips. We're just gonna first start to rock side to side a little bit. Just moving your hips side to side. And come to neutral and point your hands out to the side, or then stretch the wrists out a little bit. And again, just sort of sway side to side. And then maybe your hands point inward, and again, sort of a gentle swaying of the hips side to side. And then maybe flip your wrists and your hands point back. This one's kind of challenging, so don't strain yourself too much. You might bend your elbows a lot to help you if you need to. And then maybe flip and point your hands mostly back towards you. And again, just kind of rock gently side to side. Now walk yourself onto your knees, sit up tall, and just kind of shake out your wrists a little bit. Maybe take a few circles or rotations from your wrists. And now let's go ahead and replant our hands. And we're gonna do some cat-cows. So again, like before from the seated ones, we're gonna inhale, lower our belly, chest lower, shoulders back, look forward, and exhale, round, starting at the bottom of the spine and working our way up, rounding like a Halloween cat. Inhale, lower and look forward, and exhale, round. Inhale, lower. Exhale, round. Inhale, lower. Exhale, round, then return to neutral. We're going to inhale, just straighten that right leg back. Keep your foot on the earth like that. And just start to rock the foot forward and back, stretching out your calf, your Achilles, maybe your hamstring a little bit. Return the right knee to the earth and then straighten that left leg back. And do the same rocking motion, just forward and back. Return your knee to neutral. And you're welcome to start to rotate your hips side to side. Maybe your hips come to the earth, maybe they don't. One more time on each side. Return to neutral and bring your knees wide, toes together, and sit back for child's pose. Maybe your forehead comes to the earth, maybe your hands come forward. And just breathe and relax here in child's pose. This is a great resting pose in yoga. If this is still too much, you could either put a block or towel under your forehead, or you could stack your hands like fists under your head. And this will help your hips surrender back towards your feet a little bit more if you need it. Now you're welcome to stay here or add a twist by slowly walking your hands off to the right side of your mat. And exhale, surrendering down to the earth. Inhale, slowly walk back through center. And exhale to the left side. Inhale, walk back through center, come back to hands and knees. And you could continue just doing normal cat-cows, or you could do a little balancing work by inhaling your right leg back, but now it's parallel to the earth, toes pointed down. And exhale, round your forehead towards your knee towards your forehead. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. And you could just continue doing that, or you could also bring your left hand forward and then round and bring your knee towards your elbow and extend and round and extend and hold. And you could stay here, or you could take a heart opener by bending your back knee, hand back to your foot, chest forward, shoulders back, kicking gently into your hand. Then you can bring your hand to the earth and do a moon. You're bringing your foot to the left side of your mat, tapping twice and arcing up and over, nice and slow. Tapping twice on each side to further open the hips and glutes. Inhaling one side, exhaling the other. One more time on each side. Return to neutral. Then we're going to switch sides. Inhale that left leg back if you want, or just do normal cat-cow. Exhale, round, knee to forehead. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend, and then you can bring your right hand forward if you'd like. Round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round, and inhale, extend. Exhale, round, and then hold on the next extension. And then optionally bend that knee and grab the foot with your hand, gliding the chest forward, opening the heart. And then you can bring your hand to the earth, your foot to the right side of your mat, tapping twice, arcing up and over, focusing on height over speed or width. Inhaling one side, exhaling the other, tapping twice on each side for this moon pose. Once more on each side. Return to neutral, plant your hands, curl your toes underneath you, straighten your legs for down dog. You look back towards your feet, try to form a nice upside down V shape. Maybe straighten one knee and bend the other. This is called walking your dog. trying to bring your heels closer to the earth. Now we're going to inhale, slowly walk our hands back to our feet. And exhale, fold forward. Your knees can be bent or mostly straight. You can grasp one hand to the opposite elbow. And as you try to straighten your legs and let your head surrender to the earth, maybe you start to gently sway side to side. Exhale, release your hands to the earth. Inhale your hands to your shins, flat back for half lift. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale, slowly rise up, vertebrae by vertebrae, till you're standing upright. Engage your feet, your quads, your glutes, hamstrings, triceps, palms face forward, and just stand tall, relaxing the shoulders, engaging your body in mountain pose. Inhale your arms up overhead, and exhale right hand to right hip and lean to the right. Inhale, rise up through center. Exhale, left hand to left hip and lean to the left. Inhale, rise up through center. Practice the arms, keeping the elbows shoulder height or higher. Your hands are spread wide. Inhale, lift your right heel. Exhale, twist to your right, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale, back through center, lower the right heel, lift the left heel, and exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, hands beside you, back to mountain pose. Inhale, your arms up overhead. And exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Hands to the earth. Walk yourself forward to down dog. And from down dog, just come to hands and knees. And I'm just going to check the time real quick. Okay. Doing good. Inhale, your right leg behind you, toes parallel to the earth. And exhale, bring it forward into a low lunge. Inhale, lean back with your upper body, mostly straighten your leg. And then exhale, bend the knee, bring your arms forward, relax the shoulders, arms straight by your ears. And then exhale, take a nice full rotation. And then inhale, bring them forward. Relax the shoulders, straighten the arms next to your ears. The more you relax the shoulders, the more the arms will straighten up high. Inhale your right hand to your right hip. And exhale, lean forward with that left hand. And then maybe you take a twist with your right elbow outside your right knee. Maybe your hands come together. You twist from your belly. And exhale, release through center. Plant your hands. Bring your front knee back to meet your back knee. And come down through narrow new child's pose. So like before, but now our knees are close together. Keeping the forearms planted, hands planted, forearms parallel. Glide forward through up dog or cobra. Cobra. Your elbows are beside you. Hands are planted. Or up dog. You lift your hips and just plant it on your feet and hands. And exhale to down dog. And come back down to hands and knees. Inhale the left leg behind you, parallel the earth, toes pointed down. And exhale, glide it forward. Turn that music down a little bit. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, glide forward. Bring your arms up overhead, and then exhale, take a full revolution. Inhale your arms up, shoulders relaxed. And then inhale your left hand to your left hip. And exhale, lean forward with that right hand, and then take that twist. I don't twist as deep when I teach, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to speak. Exhale, release the twist, plant your hands. Knees back together behind you. Narrow knee child's pose for a couple breaths. Inhale, glide forward through up dog or cobra. Exhale to down dog. And inhale, walk your hands back to your feet slowly. Exhale, fold forward, hands towards the earth. Inhale, hands to your shins for half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up through chair. You could cactus your arms or you could straighten them. Knees bent, sit back against the imaginary wall. Maybe your toes lift slightly. Inhale, slowly rise up. Arms straighten, shoulders relax. And maybe exhale, come onto your toes, lifting your heels. Exhale, release your heels. Swan dive forward. Inhale, come forward to down dog. And you can do side plank here. You have many options. You could plant your right knee, toes out. Bring your left leg back, left arm up. Maybe lift your left leg, or you could stack your legs. You could stack your legs and lift your top leg. Key to a good side plank is a slight bend in your elbow, keeping your upper body in the same plane as your lower body. Exhale, release to plank or hands and knees. Inhale, switch sides. Doing whichever variation is right for you. And exhale, release to down dog. Inhale, your right leg in the air behind you. And exhale, glide it forward. Coming through warrior A. Front knee's bent, back leg is straight. Your legs are on separate parallel tracks. Front foot's forward, back foot's out at a 45-degree angle. Hands on your hips, turn forward. Try and find equal balance between the front and back body. And then inhale, bring your arms up, shoulders relaxed. Inhale, straighten that front knee. Exhale, bend it. Inhale, straighten that front knee. Exhale, bend it. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. And hold it for a couple breaths. We're going to inhale the hands together. And now your back foot comes out. And now your heels are in the same alignment. Your hips are pointing to the side. Your front knee remains bent, back leg straight. Now your back foot's at a 90-degree angle. Your upper body's vertical, perpendicular to the earth. Shoulders relaxed. Right hand forward, left hand back. This is warrior B. Inhale, this is I'm a surfing man, that's right. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, bend that front knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend and hold. Now we're going to inhale, flip that front palm, lean forward, and then lean back for reverse warrior, keeping that front knee bent, back leg straight. Top hand lifting up high overhead, back hand just gently resting on your hamstring. Inhale, straighten that front knee. Lift that top hand up higher for reverse triangle. Now keeping the legs where they are. Inhale the arms back to warrior B arms. And then exhale, lean forward. And then tilt. Actively lifting up with that top hand, keeping that top shoulder in the same plane as your legs. And the front hand can just rest on your quad or your knee. Don't worry about coming forward. For a gentle class, I'm definitely more focused on actively lifting up with that top hand. Now you can exhale, bend that front knee. You can bring your forearm to your quad or your hand inside the leg and keeping that top hand up if you'd like, or that top hand can wrap around your low back. And exhale, release the twist. Plant your hands. Plant that left hand inside the right foot. Bring that right arm out like a wing. And then gently twist from your belly, keeping that back leg engaged and straight. Exhale, release. Come back through a plank and take a vinyasa flow. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale for up dog or cobra. And exhale for down dog. Inhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands to your shins for half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up through chair. Cactus the arms or straighten the arms. Exhale, rise up and maybe come onto your toes, lifting your heels. Exhale, release your heels and swan dive, folding from your hips. Walking your hands forward to down dog. Inhale, your left leg in the air behind you. And exhale, come forward into warrior A. Front knees bent, back leg straight. Front foot forward, back foot out at a 45-degree angle to the side. Hands on your hips, twist them forward. Find equal balance to the front and back legs. Actively engaging your quads and hamstrings and glutes. And then inhale, arms up by your ears, shoulders relaxed. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Still a micro bend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten most of the way. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend and hold for a few breaths. Now, bring your hands together overhead. Bring that back foot out behind you. Now your heels are aligned, back foot's out at a 90-degree angle. Front foot's forward, front knee remain bent. Hips to the side, shoulders relaxed. Left hand forward, right hand back for warrior B. Inhale, straighten that front leg most of the way. And exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend and hold for a few breaths. And just make sure that upper body is still perpendicular to the earth. Inhale, flip that front palm, lean forward. And then lean back, keeping that front knee bent for reverse warrior. If you're gripping on those front toes, maybe just gently lift them up and release so they're not doing too much work and straining your foot. Now, inhale, straighten that front leg, lift that top hand even higher for reverse triangle. Keep the legs where they are. Inhale the arms to warrior B, and then exhale, lean forward, and then tilt for triangle, top hand up, actively lifting, engaging. Keep that top shoulder in the same plane as your legs. The bottom hand really is just there for support. Shouldn't be doing too much work in this. Exhale, bend that front knee, come through side angle. Whichever variation is right for you today. Inhale, release the twist. Plant the left hand inside, or the right hand inside the left foot. Bring the left arm out. And then exhale, twist for revolved side angle. Exhale, release the twist. Come back through plank and take a vinyasa flow, high push-up to low push-up. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale for down dog. Come back down to child's pose, knees wide, toes together. Forehead to the earth, hands forward and relax. You're welcome to stay here or thread a needle by inhaling your arm, right arm up overhead, exhaling it under your left arm. Maybe bring that left hand outside your right hip for a twisted, threaded child's pose. Exhale, release. If you're threading, and switch sides, left arm up overhead. Bring it out to the side. Bring that right arm behind you. And exhale, release. Plant your hands. Come back up through down dog. We're gonna inhale, step right leg forward. You're gonna walk yourself off to the side. We're gonna do a wide-legged forward fold. So heels out, toes in. The wider you can handle without going into splits, the easier this is. Plant your hands flat back for half lift. And exhale, fold forward. It might not be very far. Maybe your forearms come to the earth. Maybe you do a headstand. Just do what's right for you. Maybe your hands come behind your calves if that feels nice. Inhale, slowly rise up or release the headstand if you're in that to half lift. Walk yourself forward. Bring your foot outside your hands and bring your back knee down for high lizard. You can stay here, lower your forearms to the earth or on a block for low lizard. Or you can take the bird of paradise variation. Bring your right arm under your right leg and heel toeing your foot out to the side, keeping the sole of your foot on the earth. The arms underneath it for support. Maybe you rest your left cheek on the earth, looking over at your your right foot. I seem to have a block in the way. I'm still gonna kick out of the way. I'm placing my hand under my head just to prevent my AirPod from falling out of my ear. Continue to breathe and relax. And go ahead and start to come back to high lizard. And we'll take half splits by straightening that front leg. Or if you'd like a fuller expression, just slide the foot further forward. You place blocks under your hamstring or under your hands for support. Inhale, slowly come back up. If you have bad knees, come onto your back and do a figure four, or just bring your knee to your chest. Otherwise, heel toe your foot out for pigeon, all the way to the side of your mat. Check your alignment. You might grab a block, place it under your hip if that feels good for support. Start tall, hands on your hips, and exhale, maybe fold forward to your forearms. Or maybe surrender all the way to the earth, or take any other variation that I might have taught you or that you might have learned somewhere else. Do what's right for you. Sorry about that. I'm a little congested from allergies today. Inhale, slowly walk yourself back up. And then bring your right hip to the earth. And bring your left leg straight, but off to the side. And your right foot just against your quad, not underneath your leg. Inhale your arms up overhead, twist towards your left foot, and exhale, fold forward. Maybe you reach your toes, maybe you don't even come close. Just do what's right for you. No need to go to a point of pain, just a point of challenging or moderate intensity. Inhale, slowly rise up. Bring your right shin parallel to the front of your mat. And your left knee just comes to the sole of your foot, and your left leg is back. This is just deer pose. And we're just going to fold off at a diagonal to the right side. Maybe your forearms come to the earth, maybe you don't even come close. Inhale, slowly walk back up. Plant your hands, come back to hands and knees. And come back up through down dog. Inhale your left leg up in the air behind you. Exhale, glide it forward. And then walk yourself off to wide-legged forward fold. Heels out, toes in. Start at half lift, flat back, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slowly rise up. Walk yourself back into a lunge, but now your left foot's outside your hands. Bring your right knee down. And stay here for a few breaths for humble warrior, high lizard. And you could surrender your forearms to the earth for low lizard. Or you could take the bird of paradise variation by bringing your left arm under your left leg and heel toeing your foot out, keeping the sole of your foot planted on the earth. Otto asked me a question, why does it sound like what? Because that's the sound of the music. He's asking why the music I'm listening to sounds like rain or a running river. That's because it's supposed to sound like a river. It's a relaxing sound. Whether you're in bird of paradise or not, just continue to take a few more breaths wherever you're at. And slowly start to bring yourself back up to high lizard. And straighten that front leg for half splits. Or take a fuller expression of the pose. Maybe our 3/4 splitter. Or maybe 11/16. These are my own made up yoga poses. You're going to slowly come back up. And then come onto your back if you have bad knee. Otherwise, heel toe your foot out to the side for pigeon. And again, start tall. Hands on your hips, check your alignment. And then exhale, slowly start to come onto your forearms maybe. Or maybe bring your forearms further forward. How's that, Otto? %, charged, yeah. Otto's asking all about the computer we're using to record this. We won't be here too long. Just continue to breathe and relax and surrender. Inhale slowly. Come back up. Sit on that left hip. Bring that right leg out about 45 degrees. Foot towards your right quad. Inhale, look forward, arms up, and then exhale, twist from your belly. And reach towards that right foot. Inhale, slowly rise up. Left shin parallel the earth. Right knee engaged by that foot. Sit up tall for deer. And then exhale. Fold out at a 45-degree angle to the left side. And inhale, slowly rise back up. We'll check our time. Not too much left. All right. So come back to hands and knees and lower yourself down for Sphinx. Forearms parallel to the earth. Like 11s, hands planted. Closer your elbows are to your body, the more challenging this is on your low back. If this is easy, you could straighten your arms for seal. And exhale, release. I'm going to do bow pose if you'd like. So bend your knees. The closer your knees are together, the more challenging this is. So they can be nice and wide for something easier. And then I'm going to bring one hand to the outside of one ankle, other hand to the other ankle. Inhale, fold forward. Exhale, come onto your solar plexus, kicking into your hands. Shoulders relaxing. Inhale, relax a little. Exhale, kick a little higher maybe. One more time. And maybe hold it for a couple breaths. And then surrender. And just stack your hands. Arms like a T. I know, Otto. Your heels out, toes together. And then bring one arm up overhead and roll onto your back. And if you have a block handy, maybe grab it. We're going to start with some bridges supported. So if you don't have a block, that's totally fine. You could just use a towel, or you could even do them flat on the earth, or you could do them supported in the air. But inhale, lift your hips up, plant your feet, roll your shoulders back underneath, and plant that block on lower medium underneath your sacrum if you can, and just sit here. If this is too much, or you don't have a block and you can't hold it in the air, just sit really focused and just try and bring your hips an inch or two off the ground or something like that. And just breathe through your nose, nice and slow. Now, if your block's on medium, go ahead and lower it to low. And you can stay here, or you can bring one leg up and the other leg up for a moment. Don't go into Shavasana yet. We're just stretching a little bit here. You can point and flex your feet if you'd like. Maybe rotate your ankles in one direction and in the opposite direction. And go ahead and plant your feet. Lift your hips and remove the block. And inhale, straighten your hands up overhead and your heels down. And then bend your knees and bring your hands to your shins and gently rock side to side. And slowly rotate if you'd like, taking small circles in one direction and the other. And then bring the soles of your feet to the sky. Bring your hands to the outsides of your feet for happy baby. Just gently rocking side to side. That rocking just occurs by trying to straighten one leg a little more than the other. And then bring the soles of your feet together, if you'd like, for reclined butterfly. And then bend your knees at a 90-degree angle and bring your hands out to the sides like a T shape with your arms. Inhale, center, and exhale. Release your knees off to the right side. Trying to keep that left shoulder planted. Look towards your left hand. And then you can, if the knees don't quite reach the earth, you could put a block underneath or between your knees for support if you'd like. Inhale your knees back through center. And exhale off to the left side. Continue breathing. Inhale back through center. Plant your feet really wide. And then just windshield wiper your knees both to one side. Inhale back through center. Exhale to the other side and back through center. Just do this with your own breath a few times to each side. A few meaning like 5 to 7. Probably not the strictest definition of a few. Once more on each side. Turn to neutral. Stretch your arms up overhead again, heels down long. We're going to come into Shavasana. Just bring your arms out to the side, palms face up. Maybe bring your shoulder blades a little closer together. Maybe bring your hands and just gently rest your head on the bump in the back of it, so the back of your neck is straight rather than crinkled more. Heels wide, toes out, heels in, palms face up. And just focus on breath. I'm going to adjust the lighting in here for fun. And just focus on your breath, relax the mind. It's probably one of my easier gentle classes. I don't mean that, but easier for me, not necessarily easier for you. Sometimes the simplest pose can be challenging for you compared to others and vice versa. So just have gratitude for where you are. Have gratitude for spending the past hour doing a yoga practice. And just surrender. And you're welcome to stay here longer or start to come out of your Shavasana by bringing some energy to your hands and feet by wiggling your fingers and toes. Maybe gently windshield wiper your ankles and wrists. Maybe take some rotations for your ankles and wrists. Stretch your arms up overhead and heels down long one more time. And bring your knees to your chest. Give yourself one more hug. And then gently roll to a side and take a few breaths on your side. And now slowly bring yourself up to a seated pose. Maybe sit on the edge of a block to relax your hips a little bit. Nice, comfortable, easy pose. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Take one more with your own breath and maybe reflect on how you feel now compared to just 1 hour ago. Inhale your arms up overhead one more time. Bring your hands together and bring them down to heart center. Fingers spread wide. Thumbs to your sternum. Bow. Show yourself some gratitude and compassion. Give yourself thanks for making time for your yoga practice. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Namaste. If you have any questions or feedback, feel free to send it my way. I will see you soon. Have a good day or night.